Hi, kia ora everyone, it's Chris and Sam here from Bayleys. So this is our quick roundup of what's been happening in the real estate market over the past week. Now Sam, getting straight into the news, we had a couple of reports released over the past week. What have we been chatting about?
Yeah, so the first one was titled Oil Market Slows, Housing Deals Still Flow. So in this report we cover the latest housing market activity and listing stats amongst what's happening overseas.
Yeah, and so just picking up on the housing market update from last week, so has been a shift in sentiment, but the activity is still actually pretty decent. So it's cool. And then Sam, we had a second report also released.
Yeah, so this is around AI entering the rental conversation. So we surveyed a group of our residential property managers from Bayleys, and they've started to see more signs of AI being used from their tenants in communications. So there's some positives and some kind of challenges that come from this that we talk about in the report. Context is quite important in that market. It can lead to some challenges, and kind of the main ones that were identified were misinformation, and this kind of leads to matters escalating further than maybe they would have in the past.
Yep. Yeah, so that idea of routine stuff becoming probably more problematic than it might be, which is actually a really interesting article, so check those out online, we'll link them in the description. Sam, over the past week we also had Stats NZ release the latest net migration data, and this actually looked a little bit positive because it's showing some signs of recovery.
Yeah, so in the March 2026 year, there was a gain of 24,200, up from 14,000, which was the stats for the previous year. So yeah, more positive in that upwards trajectory for net migration, and most of the people coming in are coming from India, China, and the Philippines. So yeah.
Yeah, quite interesting, but good to see that graph starting to lift off the bottom, which is exciting. And I guess that's going to have probably an impact on the rental market because more people coming in, they tend to rent first, so we might just see a bit more demand in that space. So next up, we've got our weekly sales snapshot. Now, Sam, these are some of our recent auction sales, but what's our theme this week?
We've got two properties that sold for 2.75 million or around there.
Yeah, sweet. So some nice high-end properties. Mate, do you want to kick us off first in Auckland?
Yeah, so I've got 272 Rideau Road in Glendowie, premium elevated living besides Churchill Park, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms on 921 square metres, a generous backyard, poolside, entertaining area and park outlook. This one was marketed by Peter Cleve, Miles Cleve and Lisa Cleve from Bayleys Remuera and sold under the hammer auction for 2.77 mil.
Yeah, cool. And then for me, I'm in Christchurch, so 34 Rada Street in Fendleton. The power of position, 4 beds, 2 baths on 750 square metres. Backs onto Riccarton House Reserve. It's got a layout that suits multi-generational living. Marketed by Adam Hazelwood and Jessica Phibbs from Bayleys Mirabale. Sold under the hammer at auction for 2.75 million. So 2 really cool homes there right at that top end of the market. Next up, going into international news. So our global partner, Knight Frank, they just released their 20th edition of their annual wealth report. So basically what this does is it looks at trends within private wealth, particularly in that ultra high net wealth space, so sort of 30 million US assets and above. And yeah, it just covers a whole bunch of really interesting content. So we will link that in the description. And then finally, we've got property of the week. Now, Sam, we've got 2 really cool properties with sea views. Do you want to kick us off in Wellington?
Yeah, so I've got 320 to 380 Pikariri Street in Porirua, Wellington. 1 family, 7 decades, a rare coastal estate, 4 dwellings, over 742 hectares. It's got over 6 kilometres of private coastline with direct access to natural golden sand beaches. A beautiful property, so if you're interested, get in touch with Ben Atwell, Andrew Smith or Mark Harrigan from Bayleys Wellington.
Yeah, cool. And for me, I'm in Castor Bay in Auckland, so 52 Beach Road. Castor Bay's most significant new build. It's a 5-bedroom home on 480 square metres. It's got a modern architecturally designed 440 square metre home with solid tilt slab construction. It's a short walk to Castor Bay Beach and is double Westlake zoned. So if you want to learn more about this one, contact Nikki Joyce or Matt Clifford from Bayleys Takapuna. Well, that said, we'll wrap this video up here. So thanks very much, Sam.
Thanks, Chris.
Sweet. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Ciao.